I drifted through the darkness of space, my ship's engines sputtering as I approached the abandoned station. The silence was oppressive, punctuated only by the creaks and groans of my ship's hull, and the faint whisper of static from the station's long-dead communications array. As I docked my ship and stepped into the station's airlock, the hiss of equalizing pressure was like a sigh of relief, but it was short-lived. The inner door cycled open, revealing a dimly lit corridor, the walls lined with flickering consoles and the air thick with the stench of decay. My footsteps echoed through the corridor, the only sound in a silence so profound it was almost palpable. I moved cautiously, my eyes scanning the shadows for any sign of movement, my heart pounding in my chest like a drum. I stumbled upon a log entry from one of the station's former crew members, the words on the screen blurry and distorted, but the fear and desperation behind them clear as day. It spoke of a malfunction, a catastrophic failure that had driven the crew to the brink of madness. As I delved deeper into the station, I began to uncover clues that suggested the malfunction was not an accident, but a deliberate act of sabotage. The evidence was circumstantial, but it pointed to a shocking truth: one of the crew members had intentionally caused the station's systems to fail. I followed the trail of clues to a hidden laboratory, where I discovered a horrific experiment that had been conducted in secret. The crew member responsible had been playing with forces beyond human control, and the consequences were catastrophic. As I struggled to comprehend the enormity of what I had discovered, the station's systems began to fail around me, the lights flickering and the air growing thick with toxic fumes. I knew I had to escape, but the station seemed determined to keep its secrets buried. I sprinted through the corridors, the darkness closing in around me like a shroud. I could hear the station's alarms blaring, the sound of explosions echoing through the corridors, and the creaks and groans of the station's hull as it began to break apart. I dove into my ship, slamming the door shut behind me, and blasted off into the safety of space, leaving the abandoned station to its secrets.